Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Derwent. On the screen, we have the boat that is the incredible Jaybird Ocean Crusaders. Incredible team for many reasons. So I'll start from the top. On the helm, we have Ian Tomo Thompson. The skipper of this boat is his wife, Annika Thompson. She just jumped off the helm a moment ago, I think, just giving Ian a go as they come up the Derwent. She has won the Jane Tate Memorial Trophy for the past 2 years running. This will be the third year that she claims first skipper across the line in the Rolex Sydney Hobart yacht race. So that's the first incredible thing about this team. The second thing, they have done the past 3 Rolex Sydney Hobarts together. The first they did as a double-handed team with this boat, just the husband and wife, and they were the first ever double-handed team to finish the Rolex Sydney Hobart and win online honours that year. They are currently sitting third on IRC in Division 1. They have 3 brand new sailors on board in the Rolex Sydney Hobart. They are great sailors, but this will be their first tick of the box for the Great Race South. And that is because they've brought a great bunch of people together to do the race, from Commodore of the Southport Yacht Club, Glenn Burrell, past Commodore, and Xavier Doa, who's attempted to do a lap of Australia and break the record of racing around Australia for the fastest time. Last year they did a similar thing to thank all of their suppliers who helped them with their first campaign, because this boat was effectively a shell. They found it when it was completely ruined, and in the spirit of their business, which is Ocean Crusaders, which I'll speak a bit about in a minute's time, that's another amazing thing about this team, they turned this boat from what was a wreckage into a racer. Incredibly sustainable. It is electrically powered. It has never had a drop of fuel in it since they have redone it. So the only electrically powered boat that is doing the Rolex Sydney Hobart, and the first electrically powered boat to finish the Rolex Sydney Hobart when they did it as a double-handed team. Now, Ocean Crusaders is Annika and Ian Tomo Thompson's business, and they spend their life dedicated to cleaning the waterways around Australia. So that's why this team is incredible, and why we've been with them for some time now. Bring up the river and drop back, because you might, there is a rainbow Mount Well here, and above the casino, the Royal Yacht of Tasmania, to welcome this incredible team in Hobart. Just absolutely stunning and perfect for a team that put more good back into the world than they get out of it. That is for absolute certainty. We're about 2 nautical miles from the finish line now, just past the red channel marker. We've got Sandy Bay Sailing Club on the left-hand side. It looks like a few sailors out on the beach to welcome this team home as well. Very, very special, that is for certain. And Annika Thompson, a good friend of ours as well. Very excited to have her, I hope, at the She Sails event that we will have on New Year's Eve for the 3rd year running, basically since she started doing Hobart as a coincidence. But yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful team. So for those who are watching, if you are in Hobart or know anybody who is heading to Hobart, we will have our 3rd annual She Sails meetup for anybody who is a female sailor or a supporter of female sailors at the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. Copy. Now on board, as I mentioned, and Annika Thompson are the owners. Annika Thompson is the skipper. This will be her 4th Rolex Sydney Hobart. Thompson first Jace doing his 5th, Bram Vanderson second, and White doing his 12th. Fantastic team. And what a beautiful morning here on the Derwent. Breeze coming out of the northwest, quite chilly. There's Sandy Bay Sailing Club just off the stern of Jaybird now, just to give you a little bit of a geographical point at where we are. 52 footer. Apparently, it's really good from the outside. We did have a chat to Tomo just off the rail as we were coming up the river, and apparently downstairs is a mess. So, just so you know, they might look happy up on deck, but down below not so fun. And we have that rainbow just view straight off out now. Oh, so pretty. Not two as they come towards the. What more could boat good yacht club? In fact. Great to see you all watching on. I'm just taking a minute to watch all of your comments. It's always great to have you guys joining us as we are out here on the Derwent. It can get a little bit lonely, though I do love my team, and a big shout out to them because we've got a big day ahead of us with plenty of finishes to come. I believe we have 8 finishes so far. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little bit of interference there. I think as we close the yacht master, so we'll hang out here off the Club of Tasmania to make sure we keep bringing these beautiful views. You can see Ocean Crusaders, Jaybird Ocean Crusaders, with beautiful Mount Wellington in the background. And we're about a nautical mile from the finish line now. I see the red marker just off to our right-hand side. I think they want to go as far as they can into the left of this shore here, and then probably 3 more tacks into this finish line. Maybe 1. Maybe they can do it in 2. These guys will tack back and head straight towards us. As I mentioned, we've got a lot of finishes to come today. I'm just starting wriggle on the right, makes packing up there. Perfect, nice for sure. They will back to come back towards us any tick of the clock. For those who are watching, my incredible team are working really, really hard, and we love to bring you this coverage every year. This is our 10th finish of the Robert Inno, and we are donating, I'm donating our time. So any support that if you'd like to share photo, our blog, share the work so that people can, of course, message about our She Sales event, which will be on New Year's Eve. That would mean the world to me personally. just so that we can keep doing what we're doing each and every year. Here they come. I think we'll pull in on their windward side as they get closer. Just let them come to us so you can have this beautiful bow shot here. Woo! Little bit of a flyby. As you can see, we might be able to see the finish mark just left of screen. So they definitely have one more tack in this. Looks like they've got a video camera on board as well to film this momentous moment. If you've just joined us, they'll love this team for many, many reasons, but Annika Thompson on the helm now. She is the skipper of this great boat, and she will steer her and her husband's boat, Jaybird Ocean Crusaders, into the finish to win the Jane Tate Memorial Trophy for the 3rd year running. A few wiggles on board, perhaps just heard me saying that. And we will cross the line with her. I'm so proud of everything that this team does. Beautiful puff on here. Great shift as well. Just having a little bit of a look back. Just down on her leeward hip. This is pretty momentous. A number of females on board too, not Annika. And again, as we have repeatedly said, our everyone who Hobart retired, fortunately, not been ashore. And then and out to families by the out race times. Think that we're great people as this race and what they've said. She's got her own electromagnetic field, this electric boat. We can't get too close. It's all on board. I think they're buffering. We can't. It's worse than Channel 7 in the old days. You remember that, guys, when Channel 7 used to put a blocker out to cut my feed? Oh gosh, we've come a long way. Oh, looks like the whole team are actually getting ready now for attack. And I think this will be their last tack into the finish. Get a little bit emotional for Annika. Now, last year we interviewed this team before the start of the Hobart. And we asked 25 teams last year, what could you not go to Hobart without? And quick as a flash, the two of them pointed at each other without communicating, without about it. They just pointed at each other and said, her. They're very much joined at the hip, this pair. And Annika is the skipper. She is the boss. But Tomo backs her up 1,000,000% as her navigator. Beautiful story. And this is what our sport's about as well. There is forward. One coming in, breeze on it. One now. Oh, nice. Across the line. They can almost taste it. The 79th edition of the Rolex Sydney Hobart is one that we'll all never forget, and it will definitely mark a moment in time. First person ever to go back-to-back with the Jane Tate Memorial Trophy, and she'll definitely now lay down the history books as the first to go on the three-peat. There's 3 brand new sailors on board. They'll finish third in IRC Division 1 in their third Rolex Sydney Hobart on board this boat. So many stories, so much history, and a lot of passion for this sport that is about the elements as much as it is about the people. You can see the finish coming into frame. A shout out to all of the volunteers that make this incredible race happen. I know we do broadcast, but we can't have things like this with volunteers, including ourselves. Andrew and I, woo! Here comes the finish line. And I will probably cheer here, guys, so just prepare yourselves. Might have to move the microphone away from my face. One more boat length. All right, turn my microphone down, please. Woo! All right, I'll put my microphone back on my mouth now, just to save all of your hearing. I'm not sure how close I can get here, guys, so just going to stay a little bit back. Three cheers for Annika! 3 cheers for Annika! Woo! You are amazing. Team is amazing. Your whole team is amazing. That is for absolute certain. We'll try and do one over the rail, I think. We'll try and do an interview over the rail, guys. So good. Oh, well, that made my morning. Oh, smooches. Don't worry, they'll smooch again. We'll get a special kiss. Oh, so good. Oh, yeah, she's jumping up and down. So beautiful. I think we're going to stay you to be able to enjoying the when we just some of these signals Round head to win to the right from the and now up to a later yeah at 9:90 Gap Expo. Oh, good. Lots of shout out line for Glenn Burrell, who's just completed his first Rolex Sydney Hobart as well. Lots of people love that man. Integral part of the Southport Yacht Club community who we love Southport Yacht Club too. So. Oh, it looks like a few shout outs coming from Yeah Baby as well. We were here when Yeah Baby did their first Hobart from Southport Yacht Club. I think not last year, year before. It was pretty special. I think more than half the crew were doing their first Hobart that time. And then they all jumped off the dock in Constitution Dock, which is pretty awesome. Wow, that is the fastest flake I've ever seen. How good are Lazy Jacks? Aren't you happy to be? So happy to see you both. Glenn, how was your first Hobart? You're done. Tick. First Hobart. You're a Southport Yacht Club person. You're smarter than most of us. You sail where there's palm trees. Yeah, you only have to do one. Good job. Lots of people giving you shout outs online and saying well done. So, yeah. Well done, team. We'll see you in there. Beautiful. All right, guys. We're going to end this live feed now, but there you have it. The incredible crew that is Jaybird Ocean Crusaders. Fantastic and spectacular for many reasons that we've listed earlier. If you'd like to watch back, of course, we'll end this broadcast, and if you've missed the first part, I encourage you to go and have a look back. We'll have our highlights reel as well if you'd like to watch a short, as we have for all of the finishes thus far. If you want to see the full blog, head to www.sailorgirlhq.com. It's all there in one easy spot. That's our 9th finisher in the 79th edition of the Rolex Sydney Hobart. Plenty more to come. Stay tuned to Sailor Girl HQ.